What's up everybody, it's Roman Gaming here. So, should we even be excited for Death Stranding? That's kind of the question I wanted to answer in this video, because a lot of people I see kind of like, you know, ask that to me at the moment, and personally I would say, hell yeah, I'm very excited for it. In fact, I would say that right now Death Stranding is like my most anticipated PS4 game, or at least the one that I'm simply the most curious about, because of course we haven't really seen any dedicated gameplay yet, but at the same time I know who's behind this project, I know who's developing it, and everything I've seen so far of it in the trailers really has gotten me super excited for it. So let me in this video discuss exactly why I think that it's fine to be excited for Death Stranding. I get it though, you know what I'm saying? Like, many people are kind of being skeptical, want to hold off a bit because we've only seen trailers so far, no gameplay yet, we barely know what the game itself is going to be, and I completely you know, give you that point. Like, that's true, we haven't seen much yet, so it could turn out that when we finally see the gameplay reveal, I don't know if it's going to be this E3 yet, I personally don't think so, but if we see the gameplay reveal, it could very well disappoint in that way. I personally, you know, am simply excited for the fact of what we have seen so far. I'm excited about what we saw in the two trailers, both at E3, the one with Norman Reedus and his baby and stuff on the beach, and then the one at the Game Awards later on, where you had this really crazy vibe going on, where the villain was introduced, who's played by Mikkelsen. You know, yeah, was that just a really eerie vibe with these soldier skeletons and stuff? It was absolutely crazy and mind-blowing, but basically the reason why I'm simply excited for Death Stranding is where the story is going right now, and the fact that Kojima is developing it. Now, of course, I've said it so many times, but I recently, like about 2 years ago, went back to play all the 5 main, or maybe by now it must have been 3 years already, it's crazy, but to play all 5 of the main Metal Gear Solid games, and I saw there when playing those games, two things actually. With the first 4 games, I really saw how Kojima can just tell absolutely awesome stories with great characters and stuff. Yeah, mind-blowing details as well, where you really have to pay attention to be able to get it, where you can look up stuff on the internet for all the theories that are going around, and not everything is completely made clear in the game at the same time. And with Metal Gear Solid 5, I noticed like the complete opposite. They can also really make a lot, just awesome gameplay. Like, Metal Gear Solid 5 to me is pretty much one of the, if not the smoothest feeling game to play ever, honestly. I really enjoyed my time playing it simply because the controls felt so amazing. It was just very fun to play, and the story was a little lacking, and I don't know exactly what caused that. It might have been simply the fact that Kojima and Konami's relationship was, let's be honest, getting destroyed through those years basically, or I don't know exactly what happened. We've heard some things, but we don't know the exact story, I guess, so that's very interesting. But basically, by now I know that the old Kojima productions could make amazing games, and I think that when you look at the new Kojima productions now, where Sony has partnered up with them, is making this game together, and it looks like Death Stranding is actually just going to be coming out for the PS4. Yeah, a lot of people from that studio moved over, including of course Kojima himself, and I just think that in itself, to me right now, like, he's already proven himself with so many games, and I think it's super exciting to see that Kojima can now simply let himself loose. You know, he's been saying for so long already in interviews back in the days, all the way when even I think Metal Gear Solid 2 released already, that he kind of wanted to do something new and different, and you saw at the same time we don't even have Metal Gear Solid as material to understand that he can make great games. Look at PT, like, look what an impact PT had on the whole gaming community. That was pretty much like one of the most amazing horror experiences out there, and it was just a demo, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody really loved PT, including me, even though I hate horror games and they scare the shit out of me. Like, PT did such a good job at that too, and it was just awesomely made, you know? So I simply have high expectations from that team, and yes, granted, we don't know what Death Stranding is gonna be yet, in terms of gameplay at least. They've said apparently it's gonna be an open world game, which is actually a little surprising to me. It doesn't appear that way. It really appears like it's going to be a linear single player game, so I'm surprised that it's going to be open world. But at the same time, Metal Gear Solid 5 was open world. I thoroughly enjoyed that game, and I think that if they can do something similar here in terms of the same kind of experience where it feels so smooth to play, then that's going to be great too. But the story is mainly what I'm currently very interested about. Those 2 trailers that we saw just blew my mind in the direction of it, the music that was playing, the atmosphere that it created. It really was something super intriguing, and I think that now that Kojima has been kind of cut loose and he can finally make a game based on his own ideas, that where he's not being told what to make, but he actually wants to make something, or he's actually making something that he wants to make, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I think that's gonna result in an awesome product, and I really feel like the story could go in very crazy directions. We've already seen that right now. How it looks like, to me, it looks like it's gonna be something about the meaning of life or something, or his interpretation of that, or whatever the hell, because all the stuff we've seen so far with the babies and with the, yeah, like I said, the weird soldiers we saw walking around in this, what looked to be kind of like a, yeah, World War I or II setting or something crazy like that. It's like a mix, you know, it's like it's going into the futuristic stuff, the past, the present. It could do so many crazy different things, that simply for the possibilities is what makes me excited, right? So, with that being said, I would like to know from you in the comments, are you excited for Death Stranding? What do you personally predict from the game? It's really hard to say right now. Like, I want to have so many theories and stuff, but we've seen such crazy stuff that it's hard to predict what exactly the game will be about, right? So let me know your thoughts in the comments, leave a quick like to help support my channel, and then with that being said, I can't wait to hopefully see more this year's E3. So thanks a lot for watching, and I hope to see you again next time.